Here's my audience.
Do you ever feel like your teeth are still dirty after brushing your teeth? If you answered yes, then a Pyre toothbrush is right for you. As a dental hygienist for 6 years, a lot of my patients, they ask me to recommend a toothbrush for them, and I always tell them to use a Pyre toothbrush. They're good for anyone to use. So everyone in the audience has probably stood in the toothbrush aisle trying to decide which toothbrush is the best one to choose. So today I'm going to give you 3 reasons why the Pyre toothbrush is a good choice. First of all, it's good and easy for anyone to use. It can increase compliance, and it can also improve your overall oral health. So first, I'm going to talk about how it's good for anyone. It's especially good for people with poor oral hygiene. It removes a lot more plaque than you can with your manual toothbrush. And it can also be good for people with gingivitis or periodontal disease because it can reduce the inflammation and the bleeding of the gums. And it's also good for people with dexterity problems, like people with arthritis in their hands or can't hardly grip a toothbrush. The handles are a little bit wider and bigger for the hands, and if you're having trouble just brushing your teeth manually, this toothbrush is actually going to do the work for you. So it's going to remove more of that plaque. So according to AustinDentalImplants.com, as you get older and lose muscle dexterity, it can be difficult to brush as well as you used to. And also, electric toothbrushes are not only helpful for the elderly, but also for children and those with chronic illnesses. So next I'm going to tell you how Pyre toothbrushes can increase compliance. And what this means is it's just going to help you to brush more like you should. So according to the Dimensions of Dental Hygiene, for plaque and gingivitis reduction, the greatest advantage of the Pyre toothbrush is a built-in timer. So the majority of patients do not brush long enough. So you need to at least brush 2 to 3 minutes. And most of these built-in timers are set for 2 minutes. So as long as you brush until the brush either stops or beeps, then to signal the end, then you're brushing for the total amount of time that you should. A lot of people only brush for 30 to 40 seconds instead of the 2 minutes. Also, it's going to encourage people to brush even when they don't feel like they're up to brushing. Maybe they're sick and not feeling well. You don't have to take a lot of energy out to brush your teeth. It's going to do all the work for you. You just hold it in place the same way you would with your manual toothbrush. Last, I'm going to explain how Pyre toothbrushes can improve your overall oral health. According to the Dental Hygiene Theory and Practice book, studies indicate that these modern Pyre toothbrushes are more effective than the manual toothbrushes in removing plaque and reducing gingivitis. So like I was saying before, it's going to take off a lot more plaque than you can with your manual toothbrush, and it's also going to reduce that inflammation and the bleeding of your gums. It's also going to cut back on any chances of doing any harm to your teeth and your gums, like recession, where you lose that tissue attachment of your gums. It's going to prevent that, and it's also going to prevent toothbrush abrasion. That is when you get little marks in your teeth from brushing too hard, so it actually wears down the tooth. So I've got 2 different types of toothbrushes I'm going to show you today, electric toothbrushes. And Pyre toothbrushes can be battery operated or charge an electrical outlet, either one. But this is the Oral-B, and as you can see, it's got the round head, and it moves in a different type of motion than the other one I'm going to show you here. So it actually just goes in a circle. So that's one option. Another option is the Philips Sonic Hair. Here is what I'm showing you, and this just has a sonic action, like a vibrating. So you kind of see that it just vibrates really fast. The shape of the toothbrush head is just like a regular toothbrush. But those are both effective toothbrushes that you can choose to use. There's several other brands out there and different shapes to the toothbrushes. and different movements. So that's just some choices that you have, but they all do a very good job. So today I have explained how Pyre toothbrushes are good for anyone to use, how they can increase some compliance, and how they can improve your overall oral health. So I hope that I've encouraged you to make an investment in the health of your mouth and try a Pyre toothbrush. Thank you.